Mesopotamia of 8000 to 2000 BC. The presentation of the Mesopotamian civilization is brought to you by Ms. Keth R. Fabe, Mr. John Paul L. Robinos, and Ms. Jhezie Mae M. Tito of BSA 1 Block A, STSE 1. So what is Mesopotamia and where is it located?
Good day, everyone. I am Jhezie Mae M. Tito, the first of the three of us to share all about ancient Mesopotamia. So what is Mesopotamia? So the beginnings of human civilizations were established in Mesopotamia, a region of Southwest Asia in the Tigris and Euphrates river systems. Its modern name comes from the Greek for middle, mesos, and river, potamos, and literally means a country between two rivers. Some of the first civilizations developed in the Middle East region that is boomerang shaped, which is known as the Fertile Crescent. This region, also referred to as the cradle of civilization, gave rise to numerous technological advancements such as writing, the wheel, agriculture, and the irrigation systems. Now, where is Mesopotamia located? So, the modern Middle East, which also encompasses sections of Southwest Asia and the area surrounding the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, is where Mesopotamia used to be situated. Situated in the fertile valleys between the Tigris and Euphrates River, the region is now home to modern-day Iraq, Kuwait, Turkey, and Syria. Mesopotamia is comprised of some of its major civilizations, namely 1. The Sumerians, 2. The Assyrians, 3. The Akkadians, and 4. The Babylonian civilizations. And also, Mesopotamia is known as one of the cradles of civilization. So it is known as a cradle of civilization because Mesopotamia is one of the oldest civilizations known to man and has paved the way for the development of other civilizations. So, due to its location, as they near Egypt and the Indus Valley, they developed rich cultures and language that had an impact on writing, technology, language, trade, religion, and law.
I am Keth R. Fabe, and today I will be discussing about Mesopotamia's civilization and their contributions. So as we all know that Mesopotamia was made major inventions in multiple fields that are still relevant up to this day. So some of their major inventions and contributions are the following. First will be the Sumerian civilization. It is located in the southern part of Mesopotamia. They developed the first known written script called cuneiform, which was adopted by other civilizations to write their language. Other great invention made by the Sumerian was the wheels, which is heavily used until today in such as machines, vehicles, and etc. So the wheels was first created by Sumerians in 4th century before Christ era, and the chariot was also created by the Sumerians. It is used for royal funeral processions, and centuries later, it was then used for warfare, racing, and hunting. So because of Tigris and Euphrates River, Mesopotamia experienced more severe flood issues. Levees were built by Sumerian farmers to prevent flood waters from their farms, and canals were dug to direct river water to the fields. So the irrigation is other Sumerian invention that utilize levees and canals. So second will be the Akkadian civilization. It is located in the northern part in Mesopotamia. They developed their own language, which is related to the Hebrew and Arabic language. It is the earliest documented Semitic language. They use the cuneiform script which was originally used to write the annihilated and also extinct Sumerian language.
Good day, I am John Paul Robinos and I will be continuing the report for Mesopotamia's civilization and its contributions up until the environmental and agricultural factors that caused these contributions. One of the most famous Mesopotamian civilization is the Babylonian. Babylon is a city-state located in central Mesopotamia. With the reign of its sixth Amorite king, Hammurabi, the city of Babylon established a centralized bureaucracy with taxation. Babylon has multiple contributions to science and everyday life. To start, one of the most important works of Babylon was the Code of Hammurabi, written in stone, steel, and clay tablets containing 282 laws with corresponding punishments depending mostly on one's social status that favored the nobles. So, how does this contribute to science and everyday life, you may ask? Well, with the usage of Code of Hammurabi, the Babylons established an early form of constitutional government, which means they are one of the foundations for the world's justice system, in which we are innocent till proven guilty, and we can provide evidences that will deem us innocent. The Babylonian civilization was not just famous for its legal system, but also their languages, architecture, and their mathematical and scientific prowess. Just to note a few, the Babylonian language was said to have been used across the Middle East as a way of communicating across borders, which means it has helped the people from the Middle East to trade goods and have alliances. They were also famous for their construction of the Hanging Gardens of the Babylon, part of the seven wonders of the ancient world, which has helped broaden the minds of architects that research it till this day. And although they didn't create it, they developed trigonometry that could solve problems about lands and boundaries. In fact, they were so advanced in the realm of mathematics that there were evidences that the famous Pythagorean theorem were first created by the Babylonians, which was also recorded in the Plimpton 322 tablet. The Babylonian civilization also used mathematical models to track Jupiter and also developed methods of tracking time that's still relevant today. In fact, many ancient Babylonian scripts are currently being used by astronomers to study the research about Earth's rotation. And also, did you know that the zodiac signs were highly influenced by the ancient city of Babylon? On the basis of their observations and calculations, the Babylonian divided the sky into 12 areas, each one with an assigned figure, a name, and a specific meaning. Last but not the least is the Assyrian civilization. Assyria was located in the northern part of the ancient Mesopotamia, and it's mostly known for its contribution of being the home of the first and oldest known library in the world, which was named after its king, King Ashurbanipal, assembled between 668 and 631 BCE, containing text on wide ranges of variety. In fact, the Epic of Gilgamesh, a famous piece of literature that predates even the Bible, was found in the library of Ashurbanipal. A thing to note for is that the library is carefully managed and organized, which is evident by how each tablet contains a colophon that records what number it is in the series, how to classify it, and also a library stamp. The creation of this library helped establish the structure of the libraries as we know today. Factors that led to this contribution. There are multiple factors that led to these different Mesopotamian contributions, and now we'll be discussing these factors. The Mesopotamian topography is one of the most crucial factors that led to its successful civilization, as the emergence and evolution of civilization in Mesopotamia were influenced by the changes in climate and the natural environment. They needed to adapt and be innovative in order to cope up with the changes. By looking at the map of ancient Mesopotamia, we can observe that it is located between two rivers, namely the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, such that inventions like irrigation system and other agricultural contributions were essential in order to properly manage their crops from severe floods caused by these rivers. The next factors will be discussed by the next presenter. Ms. Fabe, please take it away.
Social factors that lead to these contributions. So, because Mesopotamia operates in social-political structures where kings ruled a city-state, it provides a great opportunity for the rulers to build or establish laws, buildings, military, and etc. An example could be found in Assyrians' very own library. It was created due to King Ashurbanipal's dedication to reading and collect literature works. Cultural factors that lead also to these contributions is as they felt the need to keep track of time, they developed ways to track time that are still very relevant up to this day, using their knowledge in astrology and mathematics. As Mesopotamia believes that stars and celestial phenomena were deities and were very religious people, this lead to the inventions of zodiac signs that people of the modern day or until today still religiously believe in characterize themselves. The Code of Muharabi also reflects on how important religion was to Mesopotamians who believed that the transcribed laws were God-given.
Mesopotamia's contributions are not limited to just one field alone, but have taken part in multiple fields. The more we dig deep into Mesopotamia's history and contributions, the more we can observe that Mesopotamia has helped develop the world that we know of today.
Listed are the following references used for the discussion. And that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.